Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, we're hopping into the next episode of The Sopranos. This is season 4, episode 8, titled Mergers and Acquisitions. I heard a joke before, I forget where I heard it from. It's like murders and executions, and then they thought he said murders and executions, and then someone who was repeating, it's like, oh, how long have you been working in mergers and acquisitions? I think it was American Psycho. I want to say it was American Psycho. Like I feel like I see a cocky, smug Christian Bale lean back at a bar. It's like, oh, murders and executions, actually. Oh, how long have you been into mergers and acquisitions? I feel like that's a scene that exists in American Psycho. I could be wrong, but I very specifically remember that exchange of dialogue and that misunderstanding of what was said. So, last time was watching too much TV. Adriana thought, quote unquote, she found a way out. And it is something that was brought up in other shows that I've seen, such as Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. You know, spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. The if you get married and if you're somehow cornered in court, you can't really be compelled to testify against your legal spouse, right? Like, I think that's a thing. But then again, in the same episode that they introduced this last episode, they even introduced the idea or possibility that it could just be a TV thing. Now, between that episode and now, I did not look it up. You know, it is what it is. I feel like I'm staying on the right side of the law for right now, so I don't need to look into that at any point. So, let's just see what this one's about. It's called Mergers and Acquisitions. I'm guessing they were talking all about Ralph last episode, how Paulie's out. He was like trying to squeeze Tony, not necessarily squeeze, but kind of like suggest or put on the table that, you know, while I was in there, XYZ. And Tony was like, well, we got you a couple of no call no show jobs or whatever he said. It's like, so we've been taking care of you. You just thought, you know. And he was like saying, oh, but my mom in her place, I had $5,000 just to hold her spot there. So there's a thing with money coming around, and we're gonna find out where that is all leading to. Ralph is, you know, continues to be a thorn in everybody's side. Brian, Carmela's cousin, starting to dibble and dab in the dark arts here. You know, he spent the night at the Bing. He woke up asking where his pants were. He put Tony on, you know, into that housing project, where he kind of like corrupted already corrupt political leaders or people that wanted to start a revolution or a movement. There's a lot of factors at play here. Um, Carmela and Furio. Meta was looking fine as hell last episode. Janice like appeared last episode. Um, yeah, let's just hop in. I think my favorite thing right now is definitely the Adriana and Christopher thing because after that, their scene of how could you be damaged because you didn't tell me, blah blah blah. Then you kind of like, I want to make this work. I love you, etc. I'm into this. I'm into this. Let's just hop in, have a good time, discuss it afterwards. But before I do, I do want to remind you guys, Patreon for the full length uncut, unedited reactions, as well as early access to everything else you see here on the channel, as well as exclusive reactions. So if any of that interests you, hop on over to Patreon, of course. If you can't support me there, go support me right here on YouTube. All you gotta do is like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Now let's stop talking, hop in, have a good time, discuss it afterwards. All right, guys, here we go. What should we watch after? We did The Wire, we were doing Sopranos. Is Oz next, or is it 6 Feet Under? I want to do another HBO show too. So there's Boardwalk Empire, Rome. I mean, anything I can find on Max, or Succession. I heard that's pretty good. But that's like an ongoing show, right? Kind of want to check out the classics. Maybe Oz. I think I might do Oz next.
You sure you don't want some eggs or an English? You're coming back.
I'm hope so. Immigration, they make problems.
Oh.
Maybe Tony can help with that.
Yeah.
What are you still doing
Immigration.
here? I thought you were flying out to Naples. You should be on your way to see your old man.
Cancer is everywhere in his body. Cancer don't respect nothing.
You
Scott,
need any money?
I'm good.
Please call and let us know.
Tony doesn't care about that. That's crazy.
I'm
That's
sorry,
sad.
Tony. You don't have to get somebody else to drive you tonight.
Not a problem. Go.
Am I driving you tomorrow, too?
No, I'll drive myself.
I got nothing else to do.
I got a very important meeting, that's all. It's a delicate situation.
Uh huh. Okay.
With the well.
I just sit down and perk down, boy. Get a pen and paper.
Hold on. I can't find a piece of paper.
Use your hand, motherfucker. Really?
Shoot.
Fuck.
I'm on it.
All right.
Artie, hi. How are things?
Fine.
They ever catch those muggers?
Oh, right.
Did you leave
Right,
coffees?
the muggers that he had to lie about. What is this?
Next year we
Drive?
could put
Well, whatever we give them, the girls at Our Lady Shelter should be grateful. I mean, nobody told them to go and have babies with our husbands.
I guess.
I remember his charity toward my family when Jack died. I didn't even know how to pay the phone bill. Jackie always did everything.
There you go. Thank you. I pay bills, but other than that, it's the same with Tony.
You don't know how the money,
Try to find out where the money is, how much we have, and I get such resistance.
I didn't know what we had until after I buried Jackie.
Well, was it enough?
How much is enough anyway?
I don't know. That's my point. Doesn't anything ever change? I mean, women are supposed to be partners nowadays. I'm not a feminist. I'm not saying 50-50, but Jesus, I put up with this Gumar shit. Pardon my French.
She said, I'm not a
Big
feminist.
things,
I'm not
investments. He's doing well, too.
50-50. Okay.
I do have to give Tony credit there. He did meet me halfway with that, God bless him, which was a very big step for him, I know.
Well, so maybe you have nothing to worry about.
I don't know what to think.
Fuck this horse whispering shit.
I feel like Ralph is gonna kill the horse. I don't know. I had that feeling last time. I still have that feeling. Horse is gonna lose and he's gonna shoot it in the face. And I'm gonna be pissed.
And this, my Chiquita banana, is pie oh my.
She's beautiful.
There's no stopping this horse.
Hon, can you come here a sec? I think I have something in my eye.
Mm-hmm.
Let Dr. Ralphie have a look. I don't see anything.
Maybe you need more light.
The fuck? I can't believe you did this to me.
It was a joke, hon.
There's nothing funny about it.
There is from where I'm standing.
It's good luck.
Ow.
What?
It's good luck to step in horse shit. Ask any horse person.
It's true.
And why aren't you people walking around all day looking for piles of horse shit to stomp around in?
It only works if it's an accident.
Fucking sick, all of yous. Fucko, where's the
What
horse?
was that an accident though? It was planned, so. I would have done it because Ralphie's a fucking dick.
You know, it can be risky trusting him to have a sense of humor.
Did you think it was funny?
Yeah, but
I
what I
don't
think
care.
is funny is what an 8-year-old boy thinks is funny.
Having any fun
Facts.
yourself?
What,
What, are you trying to suck me up? What's going on
Have
here?
any interest in art? Think about it. If you're interested, give me a call.
Who the fuck are you? I thought you were Ralph's girl.
Paz. What's that, Puerto Rican?
Cubana.
Pause.
My mother was Italian. My father Cuban.
It's a dangerous combination.
Tony's definitely banging her for sure.
Look, just like home. They're gonna wait on you hand and foot around here. Hey, look who's here to make you feel at home.
Cookie, are you here too?
Not yet, but it's all paid for. I'm gonna move in after my hip surgery.
She's one of the girls.
Look how you've grown up, Paulie.
I know. I don't understand. When I was a kid, you two were old ladies. Now I'm old, and you two are still old.
What
How's
the?
Chuggy doing anyway? Still teaching?
He's been a high school principal for the last 10 years.
Old
or
ladies
so.
never age apparently.
He must give you a lot of happiness.
Just
Except for
older.
that wife of his.
All you ever been was nice to her.
I know that.
Come on, girls. I'll take us to lunch.
I got him used to WC.
She just went 10 minutes ago.
Paulie, I don't want to embarrass your mother in the dining room. So make sure that she knows she can't sit with me and Min and our other girls.
What?
What are you talking about?
We're a set group. There's really no room at either table.
Come on now, Cook. I know you girls can work it out.
What's going on?
I'm going food shopping. Maybe I'll get in the bedroom.
What time do you want me to wake you up?
The movie.
Oh, yeah, good.
Have fun.
Wow. Tony just doesn't listen.
I'd love to paint her.
Good, good. But what about this deadbeat?
There's no problem cropping you both out.
Keep me in.
Place her in a meadow.
Get him
I
out.
don't know about any of that, but can you leave me in there and just crop him out?
Easy. And frankly, it would be better, composition-wise.
Go for the pastoral, much more dignified.
6,500.
Oh, you got a deal.
Is she scamming him? What is
My,
this?
Oh my.
You even got the name wrong? Who is this?
I'll give you the whole thing now.
Dude, what is going on here? Nah, this is a scam.
I'd better get your receipt. I'll just be a minute.
Let's not forget to drink to the beautiful senorita whose idea this was in the first place.
I bet you say that to all the girls.
There's not that many. And I'll tell you the
Lying
truth,
ass
the ones that there
motherfucker.
are, they don't got many ideas.
I definitely got an idea about that.
Probably start heading back soon.
Yeah, sex, we got it.
If you want on the way, we can stop and eat something.
Yeah, we could definitely stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So who is she? I mean, she's hot. I mean, I just don't understand where she came from. Oh, she's a prankster. Don't do that. Tony's gonna lose it.
Get your cows from in there.
Sit down and eat before it gets any colder.
Not gonna lie, I'd be pissed. All that salt in my... Oh, no. Why would you do that?
Mine needed salt.
Jesus fucking Christ, you fucking hicks can't even get this right. You did this. It's not funny.
Okay.
I thought you had an 8-year-old sense of humor.
Come here and give me a kiss.
I'm eating.
No, you're not.
What if I promise to be good?
How good?
Good.
I'll take it. Can you send it to this person here?
Sure. You want to include a card with this?
Yeah.
He got her a horseshoe. It was great while it lasted. Love, Tony. Sincerely, Tony.
Round and round she goes. Where
Yeah.
she stops, nobody knows.
I'll take another card.
Are you sure, dear?
It's not. Playing 21?
For the love
Nah.
of God,
Nope.
Nucci. How could you hit on 18? Give me another one. That should have been my card. I could have had 21.
I was hoping for a 3.
I'm not sure you understand the fine points.
Why are these
Maybe
ladies being
you ought to play
bitches?
roulette. It's right over there. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows.
Old people bullying old people? Is that Carmela? No.
God damn it, Tony!
You did that to me on our honeymoon. And I didn't like it then, and I asked you to promise me you'd never do it again.
Just a little cold water.
Yeah, well, it's really unpleasant.
So you can do it back to me.
I don't want to do it back to you.
Why not? It's fun.
Do you remember promising me?
Yeah, so what?
This is one promise I would like you to keep.
Whatever.
It wasn't that serious. Like, what? This is how you push them away? I mean, I feel like Carmela and Tony are just gonna split up. Like, I already feel that happening.
So, did your mom tell you I saw her over at Green Grove?
Apparently, she sees quite a bit of your mother.
Well,
What's
that's
going
just
on
it.
there?
There seems to be an exclusion. I blame that Minnie Matron. She's a malignant cunt. Excuse me for saying so. She eggs your mother on, and she don't even live there.
I'm not sure I understand.
I'm just asking you to talk to your ma. See if she can include my ma in more with the group.
It won't do much good. Now, you know how these old gals are.
The nail. Ah.
Hello, beautiful people.
Oh, look who it is.
Hey, Tony.
Is she gonna be wearing the horseshoe thing?
Yeah, nice to see you again.
Same here.
You don't want to pull that horse shit stunt?
We're gonna have some steaks.
Does she have the same nails? Is Carmela here? Is she gonna notice?
This can't be for me.
Let me see.
Oh, I don't know. Give me.
Come on, you're getting anorexic over here. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna make a call.
I don't see Carmela. Okay.
Does she fuck you better than me? Suck your dick better than me?
What? Dude, I'm so confused. God, it must be nice to have these problems. Must be nice.
Really, Tony? Just
And where's Ralph?
How come I can't see you again?
Because you fuck Ralph.
You got morals all of a sudden?
But I do got rules.
Some dago macho bullshit about don't fuck your friend's girlfriend?
Yeah, that. But not just that.
Then what?
Since when is Ralph your friend, though?
Looked at that day in the countryside. It was great.
Did I do something wrong?
I just don't want to be where Ralph Cifaretto was been.
You prick.
Gotta get back to my dinner.
You don't know anything.
Let me tell you what's really going on. He doesn't fuck me. I swear to God, he's some kind of freak or something.
You two don't have sex?
No. Well, sorta, yeah, but not... not
You fist
Come on,
fuck
my
him, right?
stuff. Go ahead, you go back first. Don't wait a minute. We shouldn't go back together.
God, she's fuming mad. The Miss Avalon. She's gonna find the money. Something out there is gonna give it away. Like, where does he always go? I actually would have laughed if she was so angry she just ripped the fucking lock right off. I would like, yeah, I would have believed that. I believe it. It looks like it's a plastic. It's a plastic top. You can just like break.
Rolf is loco. For real, okay?
He just makes me do stuff. Not really even sexual.
But all he wanted me to do was drip candle wax on his balls. And then he went into the bathroom and jerked himself off. No, I don't
What?
call that having sex with someone. Last week, I swear to God, he told me to rub his dick raw with the cheese grater.
Ah!
I wouldn't do it. I told him to fuck off.
What?
My accountant is here.
Will you call me?
I gotta go.
Rub his dick raw with a cheese grater? Ugh.
Weird about women.
I don't know, Tom. I mean, he picked one of that just for,
Yeah.
I forget. Why was it again?
Maybe you're feeling good.
I don't see that.
Why was it again? Pretty sure she called him a little dick motherfucker.
Because he's a friend of yours.
She's not his wife anyway. She's just Gomar.
And therefore has no status, whatever.
I mean, it's not like in the old days when a man had a wife and then sort of a second wife. Used to be the men would take out their wives.
Second
on
wife,
Fridays
huh?
and Gomars on Saturdays. Or maybe it's the other way around.
It's kind of like how you have
This
your
is
regular
something
wife or
fulfilled.
girlfriend, then you have your work wife or
Madam
girlfriend.
Seeger. And the second wife busts his balls identical to the first.
Sounds like a complicated arrangement.
To say the least.
I'm afraid our time is up.
Just want to ask you if it's possible for a
Did she get a
man
tan?
to go out with a woman without really doing anything with him. He likes them to hurt him. And that's it. And then he goes and he takes care of himself.
He sounds like a textbook masochist.
I thought all that stuff was just like a
Masochist.
run up to the act.
That's the case for many people. Receiving pain, being humiliated
Gets 'em
becomes
off.
in and of itself the sexual release. I believe it's rooted in childhood.
Uh-oh.
We can continue this next week.
Did something happen to Ralph during his childhood? Is what? Is that what she's getting at?
More than likely, he had a controlling and punishing mother. She loved him, but showed it only in connection with some sort of violent or abusive act.
Is everything about everybody really about their mothers?
That's how you grew up. Nature versus nurture, right? Calling her? Why?
Good morning.
She is hot.
Hello? Hello?
Her husband was the financial planner. She really did not have much involvement in the finances at the home. What are your thoughts on that?
Women tend to have the feeling that they're not confident. Men tend to be overconfident.
Cold water to the back. If she does it, oh, she's gonna get the key. If she finds the money, what is she gonna do though? Is she gonna start like slowly start siphoning it or pilfering it, however, whatever term you use? Interesting. She gonna keep her own stash somewhere?
They keep making me eat all alone.
See, this is
Like
sad.
Cookie and mint. I try to be so nice.
Don't you worry, Ma. I'm gonna talk to the social director. She's the one to straighten us all out.
Yeah, this pisses me off. I don't like seeing old people hurt like this. Makes me angry. A woman.
Sia così, tornate in casa a due.
Essa è la moglie del boss.
Soprano.
Ma isso non sa.
Ma tu te la fai?
No, non sono manco sicuro se essa l'ha capito.
Ma
Non l'ha mai data nemmeno un vaso.
meglio così, allora state lontano. Non è successo ancora niente.
Non so se ci riesco. Io voglio bene.
I like
Tu sei
this.
scemo pazzo. In vita mia ci fatto tanta stronzità.
I'm into this.
Non mai fottuto la moglie del boss. Vuoi sapere perché? Lo sai perché?
E dimmelo, non ghi attorno che parole.
Perché io sapevo che se io la appurava maccerevi. Il boss lo bene sempre a sapere. L'unico mezzo sia voi e uccidere il marito.
Uh-oh.
E allora, non fu strunz.
Tony ain't dying. This is his show.
Avvocato Zeni.
Uh,
Here are 4 examples of the classic Neapolitan.
Ponytail of Furio.
We've got those zucchini flowers. You recognize those?
Thanks.
Thanks, hon. Oops. I like my drink with extra olives. You should know how your regular customers like their drinks.
My regular customers are the ones who pay.
What do you have to give a shit for?
She likes it. It's banter.
I don't think she likes it. Or you.
I don't give a flying fuck, my brother. What any little slit thinks of me.
Slit? What the fuck? This guy.
Oh, you brought her to the stables.
Makes sense.
Valentina. Her especially. And her I'm crazy about. I've never been fucked so long or so good.
Mm-hmm.
I may have to marry her.
Is enough?
You know, no reason to be snotty.
Well, Mom always told me not to let myself be talked down to by losers. She said you can tell anything about a man by the way he treats women.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, he tried to pay. Oh, he didn't get any olives. I thought you may just put one.
She's dead. You were a kid. Did she ever,
And I gotta go. The Mambo Queen awakes.
Interesting. We're gonna get some depth for this guy. I do want to know why he's so... But now I'm starting to figure it out.
The rest of them. They singled her out.
Sometimes I think this place is like high school with wheelchairs. Tell your mother to be patient. Things will settle down.
All right. Well, what the hell are you gonna do for us? What we pay here?
Your mother's going to have to learn to accept responsibility for her own behavior.
Like what?
Wait, what?
For one thing, she cries a lot. She's always in tears. At Mass, in the exercise room, at music appreciation.
She's got a big heart.
Let me finish. She doesn't always put her teeth in. The girls don't like that.
This is not good.
Right. Also, she's a tattletale. She tells on the other girls for the slightest infraction. She's just not very adept at making friends. She's going to have to make more of an effort. You might want to talk to her about this.
Okay, so she's... Okay. It's still not right, though, but... You're old. What are you telling on people for? Like, what? Let us live. Uh-oh. What the fuck? What is this? Uh-oh. Are they trying to get to him to talk to his mother?
So sorry I'm late. I had to make up this whole thing at work.
So I'm here. What's this big thing you have to tell me?
Something stupid.
I broke up with Ralph.
Great.
When?
Last night. I just couldn't take it.
Remember, Tony, you beat the fuck out of your friend for banging Irina, and he was actually banging her. Just remember that.
Together.
This is nuts.
Valentine, I'm a married man. I'm a happily married man with 2 kids.
I just want to see you. Sometimes. A couple nights a week. I really like you.
I like you too, honey, but it's not gonna happen.
Why not?
For one thing, I already took his horse.
Nice ass, though.
9,900.
Interestingly, at $10,000, we're required by law to notify the IRS of the transaction.
Oh, really? I want it in something safe. Something old economy, maybe treasuries.
Ah, she's smart. Look at her. Very smart.
Don't you knock?
Is it locked?
Hey, can we shut this off for a minute? I got something I gotta ask.
Sure.
It's a little awkward. It's about Ralph.
That scumbag?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to find out about his sex life.
Uh-oh.
No better.
He would. Ask him.
I can't. I can only ask you. I mean, is he weird about sex?
Why are you interested in this?
Remember when what the fuck?
You know, like the army. It's Got policies about this shit.
He's
I'm
like,
gonna
oh,
come back.
oh.
I have to tell you, Tony, I'm finding this entire conversation insulting.
Here we go.
You're asking me to betray confidences.
Uh-huh.
I mean, no matter what either one of us think of the guy,
Mm-hmm.
$3,000.
How'd you come up with that figure?
It's a number that I thought you'd say yes to.
You thought right.
What have you heard?
You pay me $3,000, I'll answer your questions.
He bottoms from the top.
I don't even know what that means.
Think about it.
He has to control things, but he pretends he doesn't. Like he'd make me fuck him with a strap on and call him my bitch, shit like that.
What about plain old fucking?
I'm telling you, he can't get hard that way.
Now we can fuck her. This is insane. And she has no self-respect for herself.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, where are these girls at?
I feel pretty happy myself.
Oh, the big change of heart, huh?
Yeah, I just had to, double check some
Never
things,
hesitate
fact check some
because of
things.
you. I just had to get my head into a place where I felt that I could really commit, to lavish all the care on you that you should have.
Is he gonna notice money's gone? Carmela, you're gonna leave evidence of you taking money? Okay, first of all, I would have checked to have seen how much money is in there, and I would have slowly taken a stack out.
This is Green Grove. Here the senior citizen is king and queen.
I know, but they told Charles that this was just a warning. These people don't fool around.
You're afraid of them.
This is a stupid thing for your son to get hurt over.
I didn't live for 84 years to have to be nice to somebody I don't like. Haven't I earned that right?
Well, Ma.
If you can't get into the spirit of this thing, then we're gonna have to let you live in a different home.
Oh, that's fucked.
The Salvation Army has one in Irvington that's supposed to be perfectly fine.
Damn. Keys? I was like, what is he gonna notice? Uh-oh. Don't... Okay. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna approach this? Don't do anything stupid. But you're about to. You're about to say something. What's in your hand? So, the raccoons are getting into the... Now they can't even trust each other. That's sad. Well, Tony kind of does this to himself. Like, it's not... I don't know.
Something wrong, Tony?
No.
Oh. Why?
Where's Meadow?
You were in the backyard the last couple of days.
Me? It's freezing out there.
You sure? The pool guy come around?
Why would he?
Check up on stuff? Something?
All right, I'm going upstairs.
Okay.
You sure, Tony? There's not something you want to talk about?
No. Like what?
This situation is sad. Their relationship is kind of making me upset. Both looking in opposite directions. Look at that thought. Alright guys, so that was The Sopranos season 4 episode 8 titled Mergers and Acquisitions. That was another really good episode. Damn, this show continues to kind of like, not necessarily surprise me, but impress me, right? Because I feel like this episode and the last episode really kind of brought everything together, or at least continues to build off an already exciting story that they've already set up. Like, this just continues to be nothing but good shit. And the fact that we're continuing on with these little moments between Tony and Carmela, it makes me sad because I remember a time where I'm just like, okay, we're in a relationship, we have kids, we gotta kind of... Carmela has to be kept in the dark about certain things, for plausible deniability if ever something were to happen. She wants to have that plausible deniability so she doesn't really go down with Tony and lose everything. She needs to have that plausible deniability. I get that. But at the same time, I understand where she's coming from because to her, she's seeing some of her own girlfriends, you know what I mean, when they lost their husbands or people that were high in power, they were kind of left with almost nothing. You know, they say that it's all about family, you're going to get taken care of, but what does that really mean? You know, she's talking to her friends, and what was it, the lady who lost, what was it, what's her name? Bonpincero, whatever his name is. It was her with the dog. You know, she saw her grocery shopping. She was saying that it's hard making ends meet. The dog needs surgery, etc., etc., etc. So there's that, and then you know we have this situation here where she's talking. Was it Rosalie? Where she was saying, you know, that I barely had enough, but what's enough mean? You know, and in between the first scene of seeing Bonpincero and then Rosalie here, she's been kind of getting into the whole stock market thing, you know, trying to build her own future. She's putting money away, investing in certain things, like she said, like treasuries and stuff like that. So she's taking her own steps to kind of set up for the future in the way that she feels is right. After she got Tony to agree and sign with all the trusts and stuff like that, you know, legal stuff. So she's making moves, but I wonder how that's gonna figure into the long storyline, because now we have a little wrinkle here. Furio is involved, more or less, but they're setting it up to the point where I feel like Carmela and Tony are gonna split. Furio may have that idea in his mind to kill Tony, or at least take him out of the equation. You know, bang bang. But I feel like at this point, if Carmela were to leave Tony, would that be open game, or would Tony legitimately try to kill Furio? Because his friend was it Zelmerman or whatever his name is, the one that's on the city council. When he started hooking up with Irina, Tony said it was fine, but even came back, all kind of like taking off his belt slowly. He's like, "Oh, Tony, we can talk about this." He's like, out of all the fucking girls, you know what I mean? It's like you have to fuck this one. And then he goes and he fucks Ralph's girl, but he had to find out that she wasn't exactly fucking him. Those type of sexual kinks is, I mean, I'm not gonna kink shame anybody, right? Everybody has their kinks. Like me. Give me a good foot. Ooh boy. You know what I'm saying? Go to town on that motherfucker. But I'm just saying, he's into some kinky shit. Like, what was Janice saying? No, what was her? Fuck, Paz? Is that no Valentina? What was she saying? Like he wanted her to rub a cheese grater on his dick until it was raw. That is disgusting. Like, how do you get off on that? Like, there has to be something in your brain that's just like, this is wrong, but it's hot. And it makes me feel bad because I've always been like condemning Ralph as being like the devil himself. But is it really his fault? Because they're setting it up to the point where he was kind of made this way. Like, now I almost kind of wish they didn't introduce this. Like, so I can just continue just hating him. But now that they've kind of given us this new dimension to his character, I honestly don't know what to think. Because he's still a scumbag, and the way Adriana said it perfectly, you know, you can tell a lot about a man from the way he treats women, and that is 100% true. Even on dates, it's like you can tell 100%, like whatever your date is like, you can tell what they're like by how they treat a waiter or someone that's serving them, or you know, doing any sort of service. You know what I mean? Anybody that's providing a service, I guess. You know, like a wait staff, a cashier, someone that wipes your windows or opens the door. Like how you treat people that are seen as lower than you, even though they're not. You know, we just all have those positions to fill. But the fact that if you were to treat someone lower on the totem pole, not calling it a bad thing, but if you treat someone lower on the totem pole, if you treat them badly because you feel like you're high and mighty, then yeah, you're a piece of shit. You're egotistical, you're bad, you're just scummy. Like, I wouldn't want to be around you either. Like, what? Like, I've worked in restaurants. I know what it's like. You know, working with the public. Get people, shitty people all the time. It's just the way it is. You know what I mean? But it's just kind of like how you deal with it, right? But let's scroll through here. What was it? The Green Grove storyline. It's funny, but the old people storyline being mean to each other, it's always going to tug at my heartstrings. It just is. It's just going to remind me of that one storyline from Better Call Saul. If you guys remember season 3, spoilers, when Jimmy tries to get that old lady who's the representative of the Sandpiper case, and he wants her to settle, but she's like, I'm just going to let the lawyers decide. So he concocts a plan to have her friends turn against her and make it seem like she's trying to hold out for more money so she can get a bigger cut on her at the end of it, while they get nothing, you know, by basically just manipulating everybody, just being a piece of shit, only for it to kind of, you know, blow up in his face, etc., etc., etc. But yeah, the stuff with the Green Grove, the elderly home, whatever, it could definitely be something, but I'm not too invested in it just because it's just gonna make me feel bad. I'm glad that the horse stuff is coming back into play. They introduced Valentina, who just came out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden Tony just has himself another Gumar on the side. But what's exactly going to happen when Ralph finds out about this? Because he's not exactly, like, how did Tony put it, the type of guy you want to joke around with, you know what I mean? But apparently he is, you know, especially in certain ways. If you humiliate him enough, he's probably just going to go beat his meat somewhere, you know what I mean? That's kind of crazy to think about. Like, I can't imagine that being a sexual kink. I cannot even imagine that. Like, I don't know. That's crazy to me. Especially how the idea of how wanting your dick rubbed raw with a cheese grater. Ooh, I'm like, oh god, I don't even want to imagine this. Oh god, all the blood and the skin shavings all around you. Ooh, gross. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Why would they want to give me that mental image? That's disgusting. And the reason I feel like this Tony and Carmela thing is just going to blow up in their face, because like we said, Carmela's building up for the future. They don't even trust each other anymore. At the end there, they're kind of like looking off in separate directions. Sure, you don't want to talk to me about anything? No, why? And it's just then that line at the end. It's like, you think you can hurt me one more time, or whatever the lyric was. She left the nail there for Tony to find. So she wanted him to know that she knew, and she wanted him to tell her, but he didn't want to tell her, because didn't he tell her before that there are no more Gumars, right? So he didn't want to open up Pandora's box, which meant she was basically like off, you know, she was off the table. You know, it was all up to Tony to initiate that conversation, because he's the only one suspicious of anything. And as far as Carmela goes, she doesn't have to say anything. You know? But I would have been a little smarter about that money, unless she's just full on, like, I don't care what Tony says, and he's not going to confront me about it anyway, because that means he would have to basically confront himself and basically expose himself for everything that he's been doing. So now they're at the point where they're not even trusting each other. Firo already has it in him to take Tony out of the equation some way, somehow, because he's been thinking about her. She's been thinking about him, but he doesn't know that. And now Tony's trying to play around with Carmela, kind of the same way that Valentino was playing around with him. But Carmela got all serious. And I think we've all kind of, well, maybe not all of us, but we've maybe experienced a point where you're playing around with a friend, you joke around, and then you try to do that to your significant other, and they just get all serious about it. It's like, no, why would you do that? Or vice versa. You play around with your SO and you try to do that to your friend and they get all pissy. But you've been in a similar situation, something like that, right? Where you do something for someone, they take it well, but then you try to do it to someone else and they're just like, what the fuck? I told you not to do blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Because that's exactly what Carmela did. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? It's just a glass of cold water. But then she made it out to be this big issue. She's like, I told you on our wedding night, don't ever fucking do that. And like, you made this promise. Like, that's the one promise I wanted you to keep. I'm just like, what the fuck? She's made it seem like out of everything, this is the one promise you want him to keep, not to pour cold water on you while you're in a hot shower. Sure, I'll keep that promise and only that promise. It's just kind of silly, you know? It's the fact that she kind of blew up. He wanted to have some fun, and he was just like, okay, whatever then. You know, I'll just go do my own thing. Like, that kind of stuff, you know, it's not right. Will push someone away. It's not right. But that type of stuff, it's like, well, can't play with you anymore. We don't trust each other. What are we doing here? So, at some point, it's going to get to a point that I think Carmela and Tony are going to split. And at that point, I don't know if Carmela's going to go to Italy or Furio's going to come back here. I don't know what's going to happen to Furio or Carmela if Tony were to ever find out. There's a lot of stuff that could happen. Endless possibilities, as they say. But I'm really eager to see how the story continues, because this is crazy. Like, I'm loving all of this. Just scroll. I can't believe they beat up that one guy. It's like, yeah, you're gonna tell your mom to play nice, or she's being moved out of here. Scroll. Like, if you're the principal of the school and you've seen two guys chasing you down through the halls, how do you even live that down? Why would you even go back to school? Why would you go back to work? You know? Crazy shit. He found out stuff with Janice. He had to confirm. Yeah, that was the episode, guys. Really good shit. Can't wait to see what happens going forward, and I think I'm just going to end it there. All right, guys, if you guys enjoyed my review, enjoyed my reaction, you guys want to see this episode with me in its entirety, that's available to you right now over on Patreon. Links are in the description down below or pinned in the top comment. If you can't support me on Patreon, of course, support me right here on YouTube. All you got to do is like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Now I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys next time in the next episode of The Sopranos, which will be Season 4, Episode 9. Until then, adios, guys.
And if you liked what you saw, tell your friends, tell your family, tweet about it. And if you didn't like it, shut the fuck up.